So this video is going to be a step-by-step review of what I had to go through with Andersen windows as far as warranty on some fixed sashes, some casement, window crank, hardware issues, handles, and the straight arm operator window shoe. I have some issues with condensation. We're going to be replacing 4 of these sashes. I'm going to go through that step by step and just go over the whole experience I had with Andersen Windows, dealing with their call center and their inexperienced employees who apparently have the best customer service rating according to some organization. This whole process started on May 2nd. I'm not May 15th. I probably spent an average of an hour and a half per phone call, and I made about, 6 phone calls. Dealt with a different representative at each time, and I had to explain the whole situation over and over and over and over again. The people there working there, the agents, did not upload all the photos that I sent them into my file. Just bad communication, bad effort. Their employee turnaround must be insanely huge. I basically had to do most of the research myself and give them the part numbers I needed, rather than they, be knowledgeable and giving me all the information I needed as far as part numbers go. They got the year of the windows wrong. I had to correct them on that. Here are the 4 sashes that I will be replacing. These, if you go and buy them online, they're not covered in a warranty, they're going to run you almost $500 each, which is a joke. The window crank operators, I just replaced this one yesterday. Let's see. So there's that shoe right there. I just replaced that shoe yesterday. I had to remove this piece right here, take the operator out, and what I did is I grinded down the rivet, installed the new shoe and rivet, and just pounded the other end on my vise with a ball peen hammer. Worked out great. They wanted to sell me the entire operator. Straight arm operator, has a 9 3/8 inch arm. They were trying to give me the operator that was 14 inches long, which would not work in this application. And that's $80 just for the operator. I found the shoe online. They didn't even know about the shoe. Oh, well, this particular agent didn't know about the shoe. But I pointed that out to him. It was $6 for a little piece of plastic and a rivet, which is still pretty absorbent, but it is what it is. So I saved myself some money there by being able to install this rivet. They wanted a total of $800 to come out here and install these 4 sashes. These 4 sashes can probably be installed by 2 people, I would say, in a half hour max. It's a very simple procedure. You just take the trim around the windows out, 4 pieces of wood. You remove the clips. On these particular windows, I believe there are 3 on each side, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. So we're looking at 10 clips. And that's their story. They didn't give me the clips with these sashes, so they just sent the sashes with no clips. So I said, well, how am I supposed to install the new sashes without clips? And I think a pack of 12 clips is like $11, and I haggled with them, and they finally threw those in. I'm not going to spend $11 per window. That's $40 on these little clips. They're probably cost 2 cents to make in China. I don't know, it's ridiculous. So anyways, they're sending me the clips. Another thing they sent me wrong was these replacement handles. You see this handle is missing the knob. This one's okay, but the handles they sent me were the right color, stone color, but they didn't have this little concave easy grip. I guess they call it the easy grip part of the handle. The handles were actually rounded here and they were longer, so when I went to turn, when I put the crank on and I went to turn it, it would hit the sill. So I couldn't get, you know, full operation with the new handles they sent me. So I asked the rep, how do I get the new parts back to you? You know, they sent me 3 of the wrong handles. They sent me some other mullions that were wrong. And I said, well, how do I get these parts back to you? And they said, well, it's not worth us to get the parts back. So just throw them away or give them to Habitat for Humanity or just do whatever you want with them. We don't care. And I just thought that attitude was completely uncalled for. I mean, you're shipping me, I don't know how they stay in business. They're shipping me items that are not applicable, and they just say, we don't want them back. So that's, you know, that obviously tells me that, you know, they're making a ton of money off these parts to be able to just say, we don't want them back. You know, I mean, these handles, I think these handles, I can't remember what they were on the parts store, but I think they're about 15 bucks. I'll have to look at that, but you know, $15 times 3 is 45 bucks. Just throw it away. Okay. So anyways, I have some work to do. I'm still waiting on parts for the sashes, so I won't be posting the video on that until I get the clips. However, I will do a video on how to replace that little door shoe, that little piece of crap plastic thing. I don't know how they expect it to last. It just breaks. And I think what happens is, if you don't maintain these casements, if you don't maintain these casement windows and make sure that all the hinges, all the operators are clean and lubricated, when you go to put these things out 90 degrees, and it's hard for these things to return, those plastic shoes are just gonna snap, right? It's hard right there. And these things are fully lubed, but it's hard right there at this position to bring this sash or this casement back into where it's easy to operate. So I would recommend, if you have these windows, I would recommend, you know, cranking them out maybe 45 degrees, maybe a little bit more than that, and just leave them there. Don't even bother opening them full, because you'll end up with a snapped shoe. So I replaced this one yesterday, and it's working fine. And you know, now that I know how these things operate, I'm gonna take care of these and make sure that they stay in good shape, so I don't have issues down the line. Obviously, I can't really control moisture coming into double panes. Here you can see it's pretty fogged up. That's one that's going to be replaced. Here's another one over here. That's fogged up. And, you know, in this sunroom I have, this room was permitted in 1980, and from what I can tell, based on the insignia on these windows, which is down here in the corner, I don't know if you can see it right. It's hard to see it. Anyways, Andersen has a little bug. It's a triangular bug in the lower right-hand corner of the window, and maybe the left as well. Kind of tells them when these were manufactured. So some of these are from 1981, and some of them are actually from 2001, 2006. So that tells me that, you know, some of these have been replaced. I've only owned this house for 3 years, but it seems obviously that someone before me had these condensation fogging issues in the sashes and replaced some of them. So now I'm going to replace 4 more. But you know, in general, I guess The ones that were produced in 1980 that haven't leaked yet, I mean, great, that's awesome. That's how it should be. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and pause right now, and then I'll show you how to replace that shoe on that operator for the casement.